guns. They are pretty awesome and make for some excellent long-range weapons.
Now, while you got your simple pistol, long-range sniper, and even your trusty shotgun, it all depends on the person who uses it.
And these two combatants are surely something.
Stormtroopers, the common infantry unit of the Galactic Empire.
And Deadshot, one of DC's best assassins for hire.
He's not Wiz and I'm not Boomstick.
It's our job to analyze their weapons, armors, and skills, find out who would win a not-death battle.
We did that one normally.
Yay!
Note, once again, we'll only be mainly focusing on the canon Star Wars timeline. However, we will use EU sources for whenever the time calls for it. And we'll also be using a single, standard, squad of Stormtroopers just to keep it interesting and hopefully fair.
Oh, and Deadshot will just be a normal comic Deadshot, because Suicide Squad never existed.
And with that very far out of the way, let's begin.
If there's one thing to be sure about, the Batman sure has a lot of goddamn enemies.
A few of these villains include Deathstroke, the Joker, the Riddler, Lex Luthor, I guess, Bane, Calendar Man, Scarecrow, Two-Face, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Black Mask, Mr. Freeze, Killer Croc, Red Hood, Ra's al Ghul, Cogman, Victor Zsasz, Penguin, Clayface, Joe Chill, Firefly, fucking Man-Bat, Talia al Ghul, Spider-Man, Mega Man, the Aspen Wall, and who the fuck knows what.
How do you think I feel now?
Sad and very, very miserable.
No!
Exactly!
But if you ever heard of the name Floyd Lawton, would you guess that he was a deadly assassin who has an obsession with guns?
Semi-yes. Either that or Deadpool.
The fuck? Well, whatever the case, Floyd Lawton, aka Deadshot, is a skilled mercenary, renowned marksman, and former US soldier, apparently.
He is one of the primary villains of Batman, has a daughter named Zoe, and joined a team called the Suicide Squad, a group of people who fight evil and stuff. Yeah.
No matter what situation you'll find him in, Deadshot will always be an assassin for hire, and will not hesitate to take any job.
And he'll never back down from a contract until he gets that shit done.
Luckily, Deadshot has the tools and equipment needed in order to take on any set job he might receive.
About 30 seconds, your window is going to close forever.
Okay, relax. There was an accounting error. We said it.
Now double it for being a dickhead.
Deadshot is in top physical condition, sort of like a familiar millionaire, and can keep up with just about anyone.
He also has very sharp senses, so he'll be able to pick up on them before they can make a move.
But that's not even half of it. First of all, Deadshot wears an armored suit that comes packed with a chest piece, a state-of-the-art eye patch that helps him aim, twin wrist turrets, a bandolier,
Where the fuck that is?
and a fuckload of ammo for all of his weapons.
Talking about those wrist turrets, they are Deadshot's primary weapons. They neatly fit onto both his forearms and are reliable for just about any situation.
He can either fire them in short bursts, single shots, or go fully automatic. Well, it's just, for whenever he needs to pump something up with lead.
Which is all the time. Plus, they can be used at any time. Because they're on his arms. Pew, pew, pew. Ooh.
Next up, Deadshot also has a couple of special bullets that come with a wide array of effects.
He has incendiary bullets for burning bitches,
Explosive rounds to knock back bitches,
poison rounds for stinging bitches,
normal rounds for normies bitches,
and Cura-laced bullets, that's a type of poison, to finish bitches off if the bullet didn't initially kill.
but even for Deadshot, this bitch ain't enough. He also has a wide variety of weapons to choose from.
As said before, Deadshot wears a high-tech laser-side eye patch that helps improve his accuracy by providing thermal imaging and doubles as an extra scope.
Talking about the scopes, Deadshot also carries around a sniper rifle, which he uses for long-range kills.
While it does have a slow rate of fire, its firepower is quite strong and can practically just kill just about anything.
But hey, if his sniper rifle doesn't work, he can always swap it out for an assault rifle.
Once again, that weapon can fire in short bursts, automatic or single shots, whatever works, basically.
Deadshot is also known for using pistols, smugs from time to time, just cause, why not?
If that's not enough, apparently he's also got a rocket launcher to blow stuff up with, but also jump with. But since that specific move comes from a game, physics don't apply.
Now if anyone managed to get close to Deadshot, luckily, he's got a couple of gimmicks to keep him away.
He's got some knowledge of both boxing and ninjutsu, meaning he's able to handle himself in the hand-to-hand combat.
He also carries a couple knives to obviously slash and stab at people with.
Lastly, he's got a taser to, well, what the obvious.
He really has some basic run-of-the-mill shit for being an assassin and all.
Well, lucky for Deadshot, he has done quite a lot to prove he's the best in the business.
That's right.
He's able to ricochet his bullets and kill people who are not in sight. He's second only to Deathstroke in terms of the DC's deadly assassin, and he's able to hand himself against Batman multiple times.
He is accurate enough to headshot a Black Lantern just after getting up, shoot 3 arrows out of the air fired by Green Arrow, and destroy a helicopter in one shot. How?
He is strong enough to destroy a wooden door, push the Thug towards a wall so hard it cracked, and was able to hold off this Scandal Savage bitch.
Deadshot is fast enough to outdraw a guy who already had a gun pointed at him, is able to dodge fucking laser blasts, and was able to fire a Green Arrow fast enough before he could release an arrow.
Floyd is also able to tank a blast from John Stewart, the Green Lantern, was able to survive several shots from Deathstroke, once again, tank a punch from a fucking parademon, Darkseid's bitches, and was able to somehow survive a car explosion.
Mr. Lofton is also skilled enough to clear a room filled with people in a second. He was able to fight his way into a house filled with armored guards, was able to defeat a metahuman who was immune to bullets, and was able to kill a speedster. What?
Lastly, Deadshot is good at setting up with traps. What? Knew exactly where to shoot someone to get the maximum amount of shots in without death, whatever that means, is cool under pressure, poked out a white supremacist eye, and was the only person to have stayed conscious after a guy called Pathfinder zapped him.
Now you would think for all these feats, Deadshot would be kind of a big deal.
And well, for the most part he is. Walton does have some flaws that do push him back.
For starters, Deadshot prefers to fight from a distance due to being a gun lover and all, meaning he always wants to have a long-range advantage.
Now that might be good for a long run,
Fuck you.
but if an enemy manages to getting too close, he'll have to resort to close quarters combat, and as we all know, that's where he wants to obviously be. Yeah, obviously.
Even if he does have some knowledge in boxing and packs a couple knives, a skilled enough opponent will be able to disarm him quickly and gain an advantage.
Say for an example, giant bat? Man.
Oh my fucking god.
Also, despite packing numerous amounts of guns, they are still prone to running out of ammo, and he can only carry a selected number of bullets. But hey, comic books, they seem to never run out of bullets, so hey, who cares?
And when they all run out, that's gonna be a pretty big problem.
Oh, and while he claims that he can never miss, he tends to do that a little more than he should, but hey, not everyone's perfect.
Just like you, and unlike me. And if you ever mention anything about his daughter, watch out. It's a really bad trigger that works against him most of the time.
Lastly, while Deadshot might be one of his universe's best assassins, he continues to be outshined by Deathstroke time and time again.
But still, he will stop at nothing to get the job done. Unless he dies. And if he ever has you in his sights, don't even bother trying to run.
Unless
No.
he dies.
Yeah, unless he dies, then he's fucked.
But if he doesn't die, watch out.
Lucky shot.
Right. Let's see you do it.
Sorry, mate. Looks like that one took a bad bounce.
Let's call it even, mate.
The Galactic Empire really are a strange bunch, aren't they?
Considering they hate aliens, have an obsession with giant planet-killing balls, and only have Darth Vader and Palpatine to rely on, I'd agree.
Formed after the shit known as the Clone Wars, the Empire was formed by Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious, after he decided the Sith needed to be relevant again.
And in order to achieve this, Palpatine or Count Dooku, both I guess, secretly ordered the creation of the Clone Army, which would be used to help the Republic fight in the Clone Wars.
And the clones were the real deal. They were combat ready, could handle themselves in the battlefield, and were ready to sacrifice themselves all in the name of the Republic.
Sucks that their real purpose, however, was so they could be used for Order 66 and wipe out the Jedi Order. I mean, now I really feel sorry for the clones. At least they did get their jobs right.
And after killing 95% of all the Jedi, Emperor Palpatine's plan was complete.
So now that Palpatine was an emperor and all, you know what he did? Want to know the smartest decision he ever made? The best and most grandiostest idea ever made? He...
dropped the clones for normal human soldiers instead. Yep.
Well, that explains why the Empire is full of dumbasses then.
Take over.
The Stormtroopers were the new and improved infantry unit of the Empire and took the galaxy by storm. Oh,
I think new and improved is not the right word.
you ignored my pun. But yeah, how about shiny?
No.
How about diverse?
Not really.
Fucktards?
There you go.
The Stormtroopers were the new fucktards of the Empire and took the galaxy by force. Fucking hell, I'm so good at this.
Stormtroopers, while not being the best soldiers around, were somehow able to enforce the might of the Empire upon everyone else.
Whether they like it or not.
Stormtroopers usually came in squads of around a dozen people, although that amount can vary.
They also prefer strength in numbers in order to outflank opponents, as one Stormtrooper by themselves is just asking to be shot.
And it's too bad for the Empire's enemy, as they have a lot of fucking Stormtroopers to boot. Take out one squad, you got 50 other platoons wanting to fuck your shit up, just like Derek Sava.
Doesn't help that the Empire also holds their Stormtroopers in about every ducking place they can find. Star Destroyers, Imperial Shuttles, Death Stars, Super Star Destroyers, Imperial Occupied Worlds, the condom that used me, and more.
Meaning that the Empire can deploy any amount of soldiers at any moment and any time and place they want.
Talk about being control freak without an S to emphasize freaks.
Stormtroopers usually wore a thing that was made entirely out of shit called plastoid. The same stuff Darth Vader's suit's made out of.
Combine that with a black body glove, that's what it's called, you got your common Stormtrooper armor that covers their entire bodies.
That armor is supposedly able to protect Stormtroopers from blaster bolts, grants limited mobility, and it came in standard issue, whatever that means.
The armor's helmet comes with a built-in comlink, auto pickup, 2 artificial air supply hoses, and a Broadway communications antenna.
Which is powered by a single battery cell. Whee!
The helmet also came packed with filtration systems that, well, filter out any dangerous materials. It's a visual processor that helps the wearer see the dankness, and a heads-up display, or HUD, for its targeting diagnostics, power levels, and environmental readings.
However, it doesn't explain how Stormtroopers miss all the time.
More on that later.
Hey!
The Stormtrooper's primary weapon was the E11 blaster rifle, and was also the standard issue weapon for them.
This baby had 3 primary settings: lethal, stun, and sting. Lethal is for killing bitches, duh. Stun is for stunning bitches, duh. And sting is a wrestler, I guess.
The weapon holds 100 power cells in order to operate, has a capacity of 500 shots per cartridge, and also included a telescopic range-fighting scope, and a folding 3-position stock for things. Blame Wikipedia for all this shit.
The weapon can also be modified to house a flashlight, has an advanced cooling system which resulted in better performance, and with that folding 3-position stock thing, the gun could basically become a rifle.
Lastly, the gun combines both lethal firepower, impressive range, and a versatile design to create a pretty good weapon.
Better than your shit?
It is WHAT?!
Next up, what? If the E11 blaster somehow runs out of ammo, or it is destroyed, a Stormtrooper can resort to their SE-14R blaster pistol, or SE-14R light repeating blaster, aka whatever fucking blaster pistol they use.
While primarily used by Imperial officers and other higher-ups, the Stormtrooper also carried this booty as a backup or as a last resort.
Yonk! The weapon came with a simple scope, fired bursts around 5 rounds or so, and was useful for close-range combat. Duh!
Now, despite having a high rate of fire, a poor recoil, and was somehow used by rebel scum, it was a pretty mediocre weapon at best.
Yonkily, a Stormtrooper carries around a single thermal detonator on their belts, for whenever they need to blow shit up.
However, they only carried one at a time, and while they could for blowing stuff up, as said before, or taking out a good amount of enemies,
yeah, if they miss their throw, or if the enemy moves out of the way in time, that's it. Back to their boring pistol rifle they go.
Unless they blow themselves up with the thermal detonator, which in that case, hardcore rip. Or, they missed all their rifles or whatever, I don't know.
Not despite being the general backbone of a fucktards of the Galactic Empire together, they do have some feats.
They were able to actually enforce rule of the Empire for a good amount of years, are able to overwhelm enemies due to their numbers, and while considered fodder for the most part, were loyal to their cause.
The Stormtroopers were valuable to several battles of the Rebel Alliance, had the vast technological advantage over everybody else, and generally were good enforcers. Well, if Vader, Palpatine, or the fucking Death Star wasn't around.
Kinda got blown up by a certain thing, oh, spoilers. But, that's about it.
Other than that, Stormtroopers just plain suck!
You got as angry as you did with Patroclooser. Calm down there, mate.
Suck!
My dick. Their armor's durability, while being made out of plastoid, is practically useless as they can be gunned down by a single blast bolt and are weak to everything else.
They are still able to be hurt by sticks, rocks, and even normal fucking punches, despite wearing something that supposedly protects them.
And that helmet. Good God. While it might have an awesome design, it really sucks as you really can't aim in the thing.
When you try to fire a blaster while wearing it, the glare of the actual blast gets in the Stormtrooper's vision, resulting in them missing a lot of shots. Wow.
And the helmet's visor or targeting diagnostics don't help as well. The visor makes it really hard to see, and even with its systems, if you can barely see the target, what's the point in actually having them?
Lastly, a single Stormtrooper is practically fucking useless, as they can easily be gunned down or taken down by a better equipped foe.
And even in numbers, if you have a skilled enough crew, mercenary, or even a somehow fucking army, they are pretty much dead.
But no matter what, the Stormtroopers will continue to serve their empire. Well, until their deaths.
Don't worry, Stormtroopers. This thing still has a use for you yet. Fucking
Fodder!
Force Awakens, bitch! God.
Jump kick!
First Jedi you've ever seen, sir?
Alright, the weapons are ready and the combatants are set. It's time to end this really pointless debate once and for all.
It's time for a pointless not-death battle!
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Bring it on, bitches.
Fight!
You gotta be kidding me. Oh well, I'll make this quick and painless for you guys. Pew pew pew.
Hey, I'm alive! I'm alive!
Ready to die, punk?
For the Empire! Yeah!
I don't know if I was the best or stupidest day of my life. Oh well.
Ha ha ha! That is the consequence for facing dark side! Hey up!
Finally, a still image gets revenge against the sprite. This world is slowly becoming a better place.
While the Stormtroopers have the technological advantage and strength in numbers, they are ultimately outclassed by Deadshot.
Firstly, while Deadshot's armor is nothing special, the Stormtrooper armor is shit.
In comparison, need an example? Here's the armor failing against rocks.
Or against this blind guy with a stick!
Is your foot alright?
And here it is failing against simple physical contact.
Don't do it.
Do what? This?
What the? Hey!
What we're getting at here is that if the armor fails to protect troopers from these examples provided out of all things, there's no question that a shot from Deadshot's gauntlets would be enough to pierce the armor, or even knock down the trooper inside. Seriously, the armor's so bad, I'm pretty sure they're better protected wearing nothing and being naked!
And considering that Deadshot's wrist turrets are capable of blowing up fucking helicopters and killing multiple people at once, there is no doubt that a single shot from them will at the very least knock them the fuck out due to the force the bullet hit at. One thing for sure is, they're fucking dead nonetheless. Seriously, you get hit by that, something will happen.
And secondly, accuracy!
Is this even a contest? Not only can Deadshot shoot at and comprehend his environment better than the Stormtroopers, the Stormtroopers half the time have trouble hitting a single target.
And Deadshot is a single target! And he's been seen headshotting suckers, killing multiple people at once, and even ricocheting bullets at targets on a daily basis. He's only missed a couple of shots in his entire career.
While the Stormtroopers can't even aim for jack shit due to the flawed design of their helmets and unreliability of their weapons.
In the case that Deadshot misses a shot, it's either A, he was distracted, B, was fighting a stronger foe like Batman, or C, was too caught up in other events prior, potentially ruining his stamina.
Add on the fact that Stormtroopers are usually given orders not to kill their targets. They have to purposely miss their shots in order to snuff them out.
Combine that with the ineffectiveness of their helmets, it just creates a bad situation in which the Stormtroopers, they just can't escape.
Lastly, any other shit we didn't touch on prior.
While each individual Stormtrooper does have at least one thermal detonator, Deadshot's rocket launcher is just far more superior, as it can kill more of them and can carry away more ammo.
While the E-11 blaster and such are impressive weapons, Deadshot's wrist turrets and other weaponry are more reliable and can get the job done much faster.
And if Stormtrooper and Deadshot would somehow get into a brawl, Deadshot will be able to hold the advantage due to having limited knowledge in hand-to-hand combat, and having more humans to keep up with. Plus, the Stormtrooper's armor is about as powerful as wet paper.
While the Stormtroopers do have superior numbers, it will take at least 1 or 2 shots to take care of them due to their incompetence. Seriously, Deadshot can kill multiple people. Also, he has accomplished a lot more than what half the Empire's Stormtroopers can do anyways. Yes, that might be a bit controversial, but whatever.
And if we were to use Death Troopers, Shock Troopers, Short Troopers, Snow Troopers, or even Scout Troopers, they're all pretty much similar and would go down quickly, just like the normal ones.
It's not really quite sad for these bucketheads since they had no way to win this fight.
Looks like the Stormtroopers missed their chances at winning.
The winner is Deadshot.
I made the only good pun this episode. Next time on Not Death Battle!
The Equus, otherwise known as the donkey or the ass, is a domestic member of the horse family Equidae. The wild ancestor of the donkey is the African wild ass E. africanus. The donkey is a beautiful creature, known for being peaceful and kind, and incredibly helpful as being a working animal for at least 5,000 years, and also... Wait a minute, hold on. Are we really doing this? Oh my god, we're doing this. This is really sad.
Next up, what? If the E11 blaster rifle somehow runs out of ammo or is destroyed, a yeah.
Yes, the Stormtrooper.
I feel like you need to put that blue written in the credits.
Sure.
Next, I totally failed. It's like the first time I completely, utterly failed so badly.